The purpose of this presentation is to show you what usually happens if your appeal is lodged after your appeal period has expired. It contains a recreation of an out-of-time hearing. If your appeal is lodged out of time, the court will arrange a time for an out-of-time hearing before a judge. The hearing is usually set in approximately 2 weeks from the date of lodgement. The hearing is a formal hearing of the court. You must stand and bow when the judge enters the court, and when addressing the judge, you should stand and refer to them as Your Honour. All parties to the action are invited to attend the hearing and can make submissions to the court.
Ms White, appearing for the Respondent Counsel, Your Honour.
Thank you, Ms White. Who is here for the appellant today?
My name is Adam Connor. I'm representing myself today, Your Honour.
The purpose of an out-of-time hearing is simply to decide if the time to lodge your appeal should be extended or if your appeal should be dismissed.
Thank you, Mr Connor. My job today is firstly to determine whether your appeal has been lodged out of time, and secondly, if that is the case, to determine whether I should extend the time in which your appeal could be lodged with this court to the date on which it actually was lodged, that is, the 2nd of April. Before I hear from you, Mr Connor, I'll just ask Ms White for the counsel if she can tell me the date on which the council sent notification to you of its decision. Ms White?
Yes, Your Honour. The date on the letter sent by the council enclosing the decision notification to Mr Connor is the 22nd of January this year.
Thank you, Ms White. Now back to you, Mr Connor. Can you tell me first of all the date on which you actually received the decision notification from the council?
Yes, Your Honour. This whole process has been going on for over a year. I applied to the council over a year ago, and we have amended our plans twice and have not been granted development consent. On the 16th of January, I was overseas in England visiting family. I booked my trip way in advance as my cousin was getting married.
So when did you receive the letter from the council?
I think it arrived on the 24th of January. I saw it before I left for the airport, but I didn't have time to do anything. When I got home, I spoke to my architect. I contacted the court to find out if I could appeal. But with one thing or another, just got back from overseas and having a lot of things to attend to, I just didn't get around to it until the 2nd of April.
On my calculation then, your appeal was about 9 days out of time. Now, is there anything else that you want to say to me as to why I should extend the time?
No, thank you, Your Honour. Only that if I can't go ahead with this appeal, I'll have to lodge an application with the council again, which will cost me more money, and I could be back trying to appeal this court in a few months' time.
Very well, thank you. Now I'll hear from Ms White. Ms White, do you agree with my calculation as to the period by which the appeal is out of time? And does the council oppose this application?
I agree with Your Honour about the time delay. The council neither opposes nor consents to the application. However, I can tell the court that, as the appellant said, this matter has been going on for over a year, and the planning staff have been working through discussions and plans with Mr Connor. We're aware that Mr Connor has been overseas. The council accepts that there will be no prejudice to it should the extension of time be granted. The delay is not long, having regard to the period of time allowed for an applicant appeal. If the extension of time is not granted, the council concedes that we could all be back here in a few months' time. We accept that Mr Connor is likely to file a new application if he is not successful today. It would probably therefore save public resources if the extension of time was granted and we can proceed with the appeal now.
After all parties have made submissions to the court, the judge will usually make a decision at the hearing and inform you if the time to appeal has been extended or if your matter will be dismissed. If extension of time to appeal is granted, the matter will proceed to the next step in the court process. If the matter is dismissed, the matter is finalised and will not proceed any further before the court.
Thank you, Ms White. I've made my decision. The decision of the court is to extend the time for the appeal. The court now orders that the time for an appeal lodged by you, Mr Connor, against the decision of the City of Salisbury made on the 16th of January 2008 is extended to the 2nd of April 2008. Mr. Connor, your appeal is now a valid appeal. Adjourn the court.
For more information about out-of-time hearings and the ERD court in general, please refer to the ERD court website at www.courts.sa.gov.au/courts/environment.